Hey guys, it's me, Boog.
And Dad.
And today we are finally here with probably the most longest awaited review that me and Dad have done. As today we're going to be reviewing the Home Depot Star Wars 3.5-foot animated LED R2-D2 trademark.
Absolutely. Yes. So this is him, the one and only. So possibly the most sought after, well, definitely the most sought after animatronic for 2025 for sure. And
Easily.
possibly the most sought after animatronic of all time.
Very good possibility.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm not joking on that, folks. This definitely could be it. I don't have hard numbers. I don't know, but I know that we've been collecting animatronics for a very long time, pretty much doing the Home Depot thing since it started like 5 years ago. I've never seen a craze for one like this. And we've got Mickey, we've got Minnie, we've got Goofy, we've got Donald, we've got Darth, we've got Stormtroopers, Wookiees, Minions, witches,
yes,
Maleficents. And none of them, I don't think, has ensued the craze that this little guy right here has absolutely, taken the internet, especially by storm.
Yeah.
Sold out immediately. They went through 1,000 of them the other morning online in 8 minutes. And like I said, super scarce at the stores. Some people have found them. Most people go look and dry run after dry run after dry run. Just very, very difficult to find. Not because they didn't produce enough, just I think because the demand is so high. And a lot of people on these Facebook groups get mad. They get upset at the Home Depot. They didn't produce enough. Why didn't they? Why are they just wasting? They're just wasting money. They don't want to make money. Da, da, da.
And to you, we say, R2-D2 crybabies.
right. No, I understand that, but to that I say, but you have to understand how these things work. If the only reason R2 exists is because Darth Vader, Stormtrooper were successful. Yoda, being the first one, was semi-successful. Some of his line did go on clearance.
Kind of got overshadowed by Mickey.
Yeah, but he also came out with Mickey, and he was the first Star Wars thing, and I don't think people really knew exactly what that was. They certainly would have anticipated it being a whole line.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, if people hadn't supported Darth and hadn't supported Stormtrooper, you would have never seen this guy. But yeah, but like I said, you can't really jump up and down, scream, blame, Home Depot for this, because like I said, they have to go by the sales numbers from the Darks, from the Stormtroopers. Maybe not as much from Yoda, because like I say, he was the first one, to base their order, the numbers of these that they're willing to bring in and take a risk on selling. And these things are manufactured months and months in advance. So it's not really like they can, put them out in October and be like, oh my gosh, it's all like crazy. We're going to go ahead and get, two more thousand within a couple of weeks. It doesn't work like that. No, this guy was probably produced in February or manufactured in February, March. Probably. Then it has to get on a boat and come all the way over here from wherever they make this at,
Now throw tariffs.
Yeah, Vietnam. We don't talk about that, right? Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah. But Vietnam, China, wherever this is manufactured at, right? Yeah. So it's not a fast process. It's not as simple as just going, oh, we're going to make more in a couple weeks. Yes. No, it's not the way it works. So unfortunately, we wish it all did.
They don't just have an unlimited amount of R2s just sitting in a
right. So the moral of the story is, when it comes to stuff like this, like I said, if you didn't support Vader, if you didn't support the Stormtrooper, if you didn't support Yoda, then you can't, you kind of have to understand, that's where these numbers come from. So when you're thinking about stuff like this, it's kind of niche and a little specific little line. Supporting the whole line makes a huge difference. So, and all I'm saying is, say there's 5,000 people out there that's ready to buy an R2 right now. Well, they weren't there for Stormtrooper and they weren't there for Vader. And that's why there's not 5,000 R2s available now. They could have sold, people would have went crazy for for Vader and Trooper. Then they probably would have produced that many of these guys, but so they kind of only have certain things to go on. You can't. It's kind of hard to have a one-hit wonder in this line.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what's going on. So, but the good news is, like I said, if the production run is getting close to the end, which I don't know for sure, but I kind of feel like it is based on all the other ones we've seen.
Yes.
I think generally, they're going to sell about 2,000 of these online, and they send about 1,000 to the stores, which gets maybe in most cases 3 or 4 to each store for the whole season, and that's usually it. So, but like I said, maybe I'm wrong. But if I am, I guarantee you he will be back next year. So do not worry about that. He will definitely be back.
I'll be back.
Yeah. Like I said, Darth and Stormtrooper debuted in 2024. They both returned this year because they did well. Not this level of well, but like I said, you can't predict it all. But anyway, So here he is. He is 3.5 foot. Tall, just as animated LED R2-D2.
Yep.
Indoor
Trademark.
use only. 6 hours on, 18 hours off. So it's going to come with that timer that we're used to getting from SVI.
Yes.
Almost 99.9% sure it's SVI product because every other Star Wars one has been.
Yes.
He is now. People will say, "Is he full size? Is he full size?" Okay, like full size is in movie replica full size.
Is
no,
is he life size?
I mean, yes and no. Not the one in the movie. He is going to be about, from what I've seen, the dimensions of the actual one in the movie. He is going to be about 85-90% of that size. So basically, you're saying maybe 2 or 3 inches shorter than the one in the movie, something like that. So you can see there 40 inches from the bottom to the top, and then we'll have to see. But that includes that stand, and that's the one thing. Obviously, the one in the movie did not have a stand.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, like I said, and that's probably where the biggest size difference comes in. It's probably very, very close to being life size if you include that stand. But if you were to take him off the stand, I think he's several inches shorter than the one in the movie.
Yeah.
So like if he's probably going to be 30, I don't know, probably 35, 36 inches, just the Droid himself. We'll get the tape measure out and measure it. I'm thinking the one in the movie is probably at least 41, 42.
Yeah.
So, because they had a full size little man in there playing the part. Warwick Dunn. Wicked himself. So I don't think he would have fit in this.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Right. Not for looking at the size of this box. So, anyway, but yeah, as far as the box size go, though, it is a pretty large box, weighs about 50 pounds. So you're looking at about 3 feet in length this way and about 18 inches top to bottom and another 2 feet. I would say, if you call this, I guess, wide, depending on how you're looking at it. All right, so we talked enough about the box, all the intro stuff. Like his product number, if you're looking for him, is right here. It's that 1013-363-569. Is how you look it up online.
The number now burned into me and Mom's memory from now to the end of eternity.
Yes, and not to mention all the neck pain from staring up in the rafters trying to find this guy for weeks.
Yeah, I have to crack my neck several times.
I'll talk more about that in the actual review because let's get to it because we're losing daylight here.
Yes, be right back. Okay.
All right. Boog has it open, as you can see.
Open.
Yeah, like we normally get with most of SVI and Pan Asian stuff. Just, I guess, Home Depot stuff in general. They love to print the instructions on the box, which is amazing.
The entire instructions just on one panel.
Yeah. There's not going to be a lot of work for this guy. So assembling the base, legs. What else you see, Boog? Other leg.
Well, arm. I don't really know how R2's anatomy works.
Yeah.
Arm, leg. And then, of course, the head at the top, and then kind of putting the base up here.
Dome.
Attaching it to the base.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to be bad.
The lights and the ports.
It's going to come with some little Christmas, I think, / Halloween lights.
Christmas, actually.
I think I saw a video where they turn Halloween colors, too.
Yeah.
So you have an option. I think you said Halloween or Christmas.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. I think it's like a purple and yellow for Halloween or something. Or maybe purple and green.
Opening it up, it doesn't exactly look very great, but
right.
Well, we got the base, so we got a bunch of cardboard.
The thing that we want is no damage, because like we were talking about earlier, this guy's obviously super limited, so you're not going to be able to just run him back to the store and exchange him for another one. If you do return him, you're probably not getting another one, probably for the rest of the year. So, they do offer replacement parts for him online, is my understanding, but SVI has gotten to where they charge an astronomical amount for shipping.
Yes.
So it would cost you out the cheeks to get those parts. So what we're really hoping for here is no damage. Everything works great. Like I said, fingers crossed that's going to be the case. But when you open the box, this is what you're going to see. We want to, we always try to show you guys that.
Pages.
Oh, 2 instruction pages. All right. So looks like his main body here. This is parts of the base. Looks like, and then there's the dome. Just gonna hope all that's in good shape.
Yeah,
Legs.
I can already tell that this is gonna be quick, done with very quickly.
Nice. This
is just. I think this may just be just. This is gonna be like a fun afternoon project type thing.
Yes, and that's exactly what we need.
Yes.
Because it's a nasty, wet day here in Georgia.
Yes.
And it's getting dark quicker than normal.
Yes.
Thanks to all the cloud cover. So
clouds.
yeah, and as to mention, it's freezing out here. It'll be 3 days before Halloween.
Yes.
So anyway, yeah, let's get him out of the box, get him going. We'll show you here in a minute the parts.
We'll be back.
All right, so yeah,
we're back with all the parts and pieces to R2, and pretty much me and Dan were actually surprised with how little parts there was.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a very, very straightforward, basic assembly. Definitely nothing like the giant dragon or the troll, where we felt like we had
literally, I think,
100 pieces, right?
I think the instructions are just one page, and that's it.
Yeah, that is literally it.
I don't even know what the other page is for, honestly. Don't.
Okay.
It might be other languages or something.
So yeah, quickly, we'll just go over it. So you have the main body here. This is already, the bottom foot's already attached. Yep. Some absolutely amazing weathering. I apologize for the lighting conditions, but it's so cloudy and dark out here. This really feels like a dreary, like January, February day here in October. But like I said, we've already delayed this by 4 or 5 days. So it was kind of like, all right, let's just do this. We got to get it out, get it up there. Plus, I wanted it to put together. But yeah, this looks so good. I love the weathering, and that's the awesome thing about these droids, or these particular ones. None of them are the same because all this weathering is done by hand. So you've seen plenty online that are
I've seen plenty of reviews that haven't looked as dirty as ours does.
Exactly. A lot of them look really clean, almost pristine white, and then some of them look like he just come out of Dagobah.
Yes.
And ours is more of that version.
Yes.
So yeah, Master Yoda just lifted him out.
Yeah, which works for Dad because that's his preferred look.
I do like him a little dirty. Yeah, I do, and that's just kind of the way I prefer all the Star Wars stuff. The X-wing, the Falcon. I want them all to be weathered, dirty. I love that kind of just
the Star Wars dirtiness.
Yeah, I love that aesthetic about it. Even when I was a kid from the movies, that was just amazing. But yeah, so I really do like that, the weathering.
Before we move on, I just wanted to mention this. For our Star Wars collectors that haven't exactly built anything like this before, these do pop out. You're supposed to remove them.
Yes, we've seen some people assembling them with them in, but yes, those need to come out. That's just for shipping to keep this from being damaged.
Yes.
So, but anyway, this is the inside, so a big hollow shell. But when we're talking about size too, so you got to remember, like the actor Warwick Dunn, he actually played R2, was inside the canister. So you can see with this size, this is a good bit smaller. There's no way he would have fit in this, even with this dome on there.
Yeah,
would not have happened. So I'm going to say this is probably maybe 2/3 the size of
cheese is here.
The real, the real replica or the real R2. Now, like I said, the stand is going to make up for that, but this is nowhere near, I think, as big as the real one. So you can see here, this is going to be the speaker box, a little bit of wiring that we have. We're going to have, looks like just one connection here, probably for the dome, and looks like everything else down there is already wired in. Yeah, very, very cool. Love it. I'll show you all the sides, but yeah, this is awesomeness. I think this is the power connector here. I love how they put it in actual, real looking port. Yeah, got some connections to the base, I think, down there. But yeah, this looks really, really good. I'm very, very happy with it. This plastic here, it feels very bendy, so I don't like that. You don't want to bend that, because that might, I'm not sure yet, I'll see how it actually works together, but that might affect the rotation of the dome. But hopefully not, because you can see ours is kind of not exactly lined up. But anyway, we'll find out when we put it together. Legs. Here's some serious details. Look at the details on those legs. For a $300 prop, I think they absolutely killed it. This looks so good. Just comparison. This is our little RC R2.
Yeah. Don't mind looking pretty dirty. It's been on the shelf for quite a while.
Yeah, he's dusty. Dirty too. But yeah, you can kind of just compare And he's pretty accurate too. And then the leg here, you know. But yeah, I think SVI and Home Depot did a really good job. There's that cross piece which you see there. It's just a different angle. But yeah, they did an absolutely awesome job catching the details. All this here, yeah, this blow mold work is fantastic, just like it normally is. I'm just over the moon. This thing is so good.
And may I say,
Love it.
I like me some metallic blue.
Oh yes, Boog loves some metallic blue, and even though we have all
Yes.
this dirtiness around it, the blue really pops.
Pops.
I know you probably can't see it on camera because our lighting is, well, we have no lighting.
It's non-existent.
We have gray today.
Yes.
But yeah, this is actually a metallic blue here, and it looks really, really nice.
Yes.
Amongst the rest of the filth.
Yeah, it's even punched in like back here.
Yeah.
Kind of like the treads. Nice wire here.
Yeah.
That's kind of a little flexy, but not like actual wires or anything. So we got blue punched in here, the nice silver, and then kind of the classic R2 foot. Oh, they even added the wheels on the bottom.
They did. Didn't have to, but they did.
Yep.
And that's kind of what I love
The
about
detail.
SVI. They go for that extra little bit.
Yeah.
Which looks awesome. And I think these are going to attach with just a bolt here. And now, the dome.
The dome.
The dome.
The chrome dome.
Yes. The dome is also, I mean, let me tell you, our weathering person went crazy because even our dome, and again, I don't know if you can see on camera, but it is very weathered. He is a dirty boy, which I absolutely love. But the dome itself looks like it's in really good shape. I don't see any damage on ours at all. Online, of course, people, a little something there, but I'm not worried about that at all.
Dimmed.
Got a green light here.
Don't forget to remove your stickers, everyone.
Yes. Yeah, the projector port here, all that just looks fantastic. But I don't see any damage on ours at all, which is great. Very happy about that. This part here, this ring looks good. This is probably the important part to make sure that and it does feel sturdier, to make sure that it can move on that track.
And I think that's where it goes into the body too.
Yeah, and then we've got the connector there, and then it looks like a light here, a light here, and a light here. So 3 lights on the inside. Yeah, this is it looks really, really good. Happy so far.
And I will say that there was a little panic moment where I didn't know where the eye was for R2.
Yeah, that looks like, oh my gosh, but
actually it's an extra piece. It's kind of it's a cover piece.
Yeah, my guess is this is going to be an access port where you're probably going to have to plug up with it on.
Yep.
So I think that's why that's removable. It looks like he's just going to snap right on there, and that's our hardware. Yeah, that's the bolt, which is probably for the legs. So yeah. And then down here, I don't think I showed you, but he also comes if you want to holiday him up.
There's a secret back here.
Yes, he comes with this little pack of lights.
Yes.
And yeah, I think from what I've seen in other videos that they're going to do Christmas and Halloween colors. We'll find out once we get them on there. I think that is absolutely awesome. And then this will be the AC adapter here, which should just be our standard SV adapter. Now, to the interesting stuff. I mean, that was interesting, but this is interesting. This base. So now this is something I've never seen done before at all. Never seen SVI do it. You know, generally most of their animatronics pretty much built the same way once you look at the insides.
They got a style too that they like to follow too.
Yeah, like we've seen them so many times now. Like we know like how each one is going to work.
Yes.
You know, because generally, like I said, there's slight variations, but it's generally the same type of movement.
Yeah.
But this is completely different.
Yes.
So these two here are just flimsy plastic pieces that make up the edges of the base. You can see they're going to go here and here, but this is the real base. So take a look at this. So it's a turntable on the top. Of course, we're going to wire in, I think, those wires that come out of his foot down there. But we've got 2 points of, I guess, movement on this, which is really, really cool. So they have designed it, and this part I love, is kind of seeing like, you know, kind of how it works. So they've designed this turntable here, which is made out of metal, which is good. That's going to make him turn like this, you know, to an extent. I'm not sure how far. I don't think he's going to do like a complete 180 or anything. But he's going to turn side to side with this turntable here. And then with these rails, he's also going to move front to back. So you're going to get this motion, and this motion, like my hand's doing, at the same time, which I've never seen him do that before.
Yeah.
That's really genius. And honestly, way more than I expected.
Yeah.
I kind of thought we would get a standing R2 with his dome would move and some lights, and that would be it.
Yep.
Never expected him to actually...
Get the R2 sounds and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course. But I never expected him to actually...
be able to like move around.
Yeah, move. Right, yeah. So this is absolutely genius. And again, for $300, I mean, it's great. So all these are already made for you, these connections. which looks like they all go to these two servers
use a piece
here.
of bubble gum to
Yes,
hold that
right,
down.
of course, whatever it takes. But yeah, so we've got a server here and a servo here. This one looks like he's going to power the the bubblegum. He's going to power the round motion, and I think this servo here looks like it's going to power the up and down bit of it. So only that worries me is it's going to be heavy because it's supporting the full load, which you never really see of any of these props. And mostly the server only has to control a head or an arm.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, 9 times out of 10. But this has got to support the entire load of this guy all the time.
Yeah.
With movement and stuff. So we'll see. But at the end of the day, if this fails, you've still got R2 and almost life size, you know. So, but I think we've showed you everything. Let us get it.
We do have the panel pieces. I don't think we really showed that, but also
Yeah.
there's not really much to say here. They're just
they're just going to clip on the side. They don't do anything. This is all the good stuff right here.
Stuff we're here for.
But yeah, super interesting. I love this. It's absolutely great. Just hope it works as cool as it looks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to put him together and we'll let you know what we think.
Be right back.
All right.
And
so
we're back with R2 and all of his glory.
Yes. Boog has got him completely assembled. And I mean, it's what can you say? It's R2.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm just gonna say life size because for all intents and purposes, I mean, yes, this is life size. Is it the actual? Is it the actual? Size of the one in the movie? No, a little bit smaller, definitely. But the base helps make up for that. But I mean, anybody that shows up and sees this guy, the size is so I mean the difference I think is so small that you're not gonna know, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about, like I said, probably, a few inches in the width and a few inches in the height. But this, like I said, it is, for all intents and purposes, it's close enough.
Yeah.
And it's by far the best thing that we've ever got as far as an R2-D2 goes.
Definitely.
By a long shot. I mean, it is amazing. Like I said, I love the design. The base is super, super clever.
Yep.
Like I said, that's movement I was not expecting to get. There you go. You can see him just kind of going crazy there. The lights look good. Like I said, if you don't like the weathering, I'm sure you can repaint them. There's lots of people out here that paint this kind of plastic all the time.
Yeah.
And you can do that if you want. I love the weathering. I think he's fantastic. Like I said, he looks like he just comes straight out of Luke's X-Wing.
Yep.
After lots of battles in space.
Yeah.
And he's just perfect. Like I said, they nailed it, and they went above and beyond. Like I said, I was expecting the head movement, the lights, the sounds, the size. It's kind of what I expected. But like I said, to get all this with the base and that movement, the side to side movement, and the front to back to kind of simulate him actually rolling around, is just incredible, absolutely incredible. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, and like I said, the details. Is he 100,000% perfect? I'm sure he's not. But I mean, I've seen this movie a million times, and I would never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like I said, just absolutely fantastic. Like I said, the only concern is the base, because that's a new thing for SVI. I've never seen it before. How long is that going to hold up? Hopefully a really long time. But if it doesn't, I mean, you've got what I thought we were going to get to begin with anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, just life size R2-D2, absolutely awesome.
Yes.
So cool. Yeah, I thought the only way I'd ever get one of these to eventually 3D print it, which would have took forever with lots of trial and error, and he probably still wouldn't have moved. I'd have been lucky if I got lights on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, for $300 all day long, this is amazing. Just absolutely love it. I think he's got maybe 4 different phrases. Yeah. So I'll get Boog to. I guess I need to get up and actually quit being lazy and show you guys all of him.
Yes.
But yeah, like ours, is it perfect as far as the manufacturing goes? No. You can see there's a bit of a gap here, which I know that drives some people crazy. But mine has that. Ours has that, but yours may not. But that kind of thing doesn't really bother me. It goes more with the battle damage, I think, which I like. Yeah. But it is noticeable. And then this side doesn't really have it. It's more even, I guess, what it's supposed to look like. Yeah. But that's really the only thing I've noticed on him so far. Did you notice anything, Boo? You actually assembled him.
No, I haven't noticed really anything at all with him. kind of like damaged wise.
Yeah. The motors, you can hear it,
Yeah.
which you probably hear it here on the camera, but it's not like anything.
And there is kind of like a slight like rotation to his head as he's resetting, kind of. It
Yes.
moves back and forth.
Like
Kind
after
of
he's
like a
cut off, you
rocking
can
to
see the
it.
head
Yeah.
shake a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Right. It's almost like it's still kind of going a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, that doesn't bother me either. But now the base is huge, absolutely huge. That's what I'm gonna go grab next is the tape measure to give you exact dimensions, because that is a very big base.
Yes.
And some people have, not opted not to use the base, and you can do that. Totally your choice. If you just
Yes.
want to have the head movement and the sounds, you don't have to use the base at all.
Yeah.
I love the base. I think it's just awesome,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not required. All right. Give me a second, and I'm going to go grab the tape measure, and then we'll do some comparisons.
Be right back.
All right, so back with a couple comparisons here. So these are both RC, remote controlled, droids. Of course, BB-8 here. I think he come out with the Force Awakens movie.
Yeah. Then I think this is the R2 that was remote controlled and app controlled.
Right. Yeah, I think you had a couple of different
for
options on him. Both of these are quite a few years old. But yeah, so pretty much for the better part of 40 years, for your average person, this was kind of your option for an animated R2. It was something about a foot tall that, worked the remote and hopefully had, they were able to add some more cooler features over the years as time and technology went along. But for the most part, this is kind of as good as it was going to get for you. And there's nothing wrong with these. These are both very, very cool in their own right, for sure. But they're just not this. And I think this is kind of what, every Star Wars fan has always wanted, like I said, because they've sold many of these this size because, like I said, that was just kind of as good as it could get, and don't get me wrong, tons of fun, running around with this guy all over the place, having him beep and boop and chase the cats and all that kind of thing. Same thing with him, just different version. But again, like you said, it was just because really we couldn't have this. Not for any kind of a reasonable price. And don't get me wrong, yeah, there has been for quite a few years different companies out there that make a life-size version of R2 similar to this. But they're thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Just not really realistic for most people. Me and Boo got to see the one that's actually in that droid shop at Disney World.
Yeah.
And he is, you can purchase him. And he is metal. He is the full exact size replica from, I think he's cast from the ones from the movies, but he's $20,000. It does come with the remote, fully automated.
God.
But yeah, we got to play with him. You could run him around that droid factory, all day long with the remote, and he was a ball. But again, $20,000. This is $300,000. So definitely a lot more realistic for most people with what SVI and Home Depot has done with this guy. So like I said, I'm just super, super excited, over the moon. I love this thing. It is fantastic, just absolutely awesome. Please give us a 3PO next year. You just need him standing next to 3PO. It just feels like he should be back there somewhere. 3PO, where are you?
Yes, missing.
Yeah, but they just like I said, I think they just absolutely crushed this completely. So good. But heck yeah, talking about these little guys though, like we said, Disney World's got a whole entire store, called the Droid Factory, where you can go in and make these things right here. As soon as Figs stops making out with R2. Figs, told you about this. Yeah, for like $100 a pop. You go in there and make mix and match your parts and make basically your own version of R2, all different colors. Still to this day, and people love it.
Yeah, I've got one back in my room.
Yeah, Boo got one a few years ago. Yeah, when I think the Star Wars park just opened. And then this BB-8 here, that's absolute still it's several years old, probably about 8 years old now. But it's absolute modern marvel, I think, as far as how the thing even works, because it's also a remote control, and he runs around on a ball with his head attached to the magnet somehow and moves around just as good as this thing. Actually better, because this thing is way faster. So, like I said, I don't have the batteries for these right now. They both take a huge amount of C batteries, which I don't typically buy. I wasn't thinking about it for this review. But I definitely will get these on the channel because they are a lot of fun for sure. definitely a little side project for me and Boog to do when things slow down a little bit.
Yes.
But like I said, back to the Home Depot R2-D2. Fantastic. If you get your hands on this guy, recommend it 100,000%.
Definitely.
Definitely. I'm fixing to move him over there with the gang. We're going to get the gang together, put him together with the other 3 that they've made, which is a first up was what? Master Yoda Boog?
Or actually 4 that they've made, actually.
4 now, yes.
Yeah. So we got Yoda, Darth Vader, Stormtrooper, and Chewie.
Right. So we're going to, put him on over there with the family and kind of let you see all of them together. And then we'll give you our final thoughts and I think wrap this up.
Yes. Be right back.
Absolutely. Say goodbye, R2.
And we have the full crew together.
Yeah, here we are. We got the whole gang back together again. Or actually, in our case, together for the first time.
Yes.
So just kind of going through everybody. As you can see, there's Master Yoda, of course, R2, Stormtrooper, Darth, and Chewie.
Yes. And reviews for separate reviews for all of them are on the channel.
Absolutely. So, Boog, can you kind of give a little history here of everybody, when we got them, that kind of thing? Do you remember?
So it started with Yoda in 2023.
Same year as Mickey. I remember
same
that.
year as Mickey, yeah.
Right. So there's
2023. Let's say for Yoda.
Yes.
And then in 2024 we got Darth Vader, and shortly after that the Stormtrooper.
Yes.
And then in this year, 2025, we got Emo Chewie over here.
Emo Chewie, yes, Emo Chewie. And let's see here. He'll get to go in there. He likes to tear our lights down.
Yes, destroys everything. And now we have R2.
Yes, and R2. So all 4 fantastic. Absolutely love it. This is, what a time to be alive. If I had told me when I was a kid that I would see something like this in my lifetime, I never, ever would have believed that you could own, these kind of props, especially for, prices that the average person can afford. Just absolutely amazing. And just so you guys know, if you're watching this, of course, you can't get Yoda anymore, not from Home Depot, but Stormtrooper is still available. Darth are still available on the website. So is Chewie's in the stores, a lot of stores.
Yeah.
Seen him around. So, like I was saying earlier, as far as the scarcity of R2 goes, it helps a lot if you can to support the line. Because, like I said, the sales of R2, will hinge on, anything that might come in the future, like maybe 3PO.
Yes.
But, like I said, we wouldn't have got R2 if these 2 guys had not been a success. If they would have all end up on clearance, we would have never seen R2.
Yes.
And, of course, we had to have the Grandmaster of them all kind of started off. And, he's not bad. Not at all. So... but like I said,
his head's a little weird.
What a collection. His head is a little weird. Yeah. But like I said, again, he was the first one. And I think our neck is actually bent on him. I'm going to try to straighten it out. Like I said, he's just looking too far down, I think. But yeah, the ear movement, all of that, really, really cool. And it actually does look a lot like Yoda, I think. But yeah, absolutely awesome. I don't think he ever moved left and right, did he? He was just...
No, well, kind of.
Just more head movement?
Yeah, just the head movement.
Yeah.
I don't think you really moved the lightsaber.
Right. All right, guys. So I think we're going to come back. I'm going to throw his little Christmas lights on him. Take a peek at that. Give our final thoughts. We're going to wrap this up.
Be right back. All right, so we have the lights. So actually, something pretty cool that I didn't realize before opening this, but R2 actually has 2 different light variants. So we have Halloween and Christmas.
Right.
So right here, we have as soon as we plug it in, we have the Halloween lights.
Yes, that is very, very cool.
So we got purple and yellow.
Right. So these for Halloween, which I absolutely love. And Boog, it's just like a little push button back there on the very, very back. Boog's going to press. And then you go into Christmas mode.
Yes.
How awesome is that?
One thing I did notice, he may not move with the Christmas lights installed.
Oh, no, I've got him on lights only.
Oh.
Yeah, that's got a lights only option.
Yeah.
So I guess to go over the options too. So that you can the slider switch in the back, which of course is right back here. This little guy. This one is a push button that controls the lights, so Halloween or Christmas. And then here, it's kind of hard to see, but my finger is here. You've got a slider. Top, all the way to the top is lights only. I think middle is off, and bottom is the sensor, which is movement and light. So now he should, yeah, move around, make his noise, yeah, and yeah, do his business.
So yeah, here now we have the Christmas lights.
Yes, and then yeah, now we've got it in Christmas mode.
Yes.
So yeah, so absolutely cool. I love this. I mean, they killed it. They absolutely killed it. This is so freaking amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, I love it. Okay, Boog. So I guess now it's time for the final thoughts. What are we thinking here?
I think it's great. I think it's the. I don't even really have words for it. It puts me at a loss for words.
Yes.
Here.
It is that good.
Yes.
Absolutely. And all of them are.
And as you all know, me and Dad like to talk a lot, so that's saying something.
Yeah, we do. It's just, but I'll agree with everybody. I mean, there's no reason that, there's a reason that he is all the craze, and the rest of these guys, while they may have sold well, they haven't been the absolute phenomenon, sales-wise or demand-wise that this guy's been.
Yes.
But I think, like I said, for him, he just holds a kind of a special place for most people. While these are very, very cool.
I mean, when you think of Star Wars, one of the first things you think of is R2.
Right. Yes. And I think, too, maybe because, obviously these are true animatronics, but, Master... These were living beings, even Darth, he was mostly cyborg. He was still part human.
Yes.
This was Chewie, living being. And these are the, of course, animatronic versions of them, which are great. But with R2, I think this animatronic thing just fits him perfectly because it's actually R2. He was a, this is a droid, a version of him.
Yeah.
So it really is like having the real thing, where these are obviously, replicas, even though they're cool. But yeah, there is definitely something special about R2. I think there will be about 3PO2 if we're lucky enough to get him.
Yes.
That'll be amazing. But yeah, I'm blown away. 5 stars all day long, $300.
Easiest 5 stars of the year, probably.
Yes, 100,000% worth it. Yeah, like I said, he may end up being our animatronic of the year, and that says a lot because we buy a lot of these things.
Yes.
And again, there's nothing wrong with Chewie. I mean, we just got him a little over a month ago.
Can't believe we're almost there. We really need to start considering our things of the year at this point.
I know, yes, but I mean, geez, Halloween's Friday, then we're into October.
We already are in October.
Maleficent was this year.
I think you mean November.
Yes, you're right. November's coming, yes.
November, then December, and then it's a new year.
Yeah, absolutely.
What happened?
Yeah, it flies by, doesn't it?
Yep.
Just goes by so quick. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed, like I said, the review here on the, life-size animated Home Depot R2-D2. And like I said, I'm going 5 stars, 10 stars, and a 5-star rating, 5 plus.
6 stars.
They killed it. If you're a Star Wars fan, gotta have it. Gotta have it. Just got to.
Yes.
Anyway, take care, everybody, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Like and subscribe, everyone, and also make sure to go check out the Boog Dad Decorates channel, where this video will be uploaded first.
Absolutely, yes. We need subscribers on there. Appreciate each and every one of you. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed to Boog Dad Decorates yet, get going.
Subscribe, or Darth Vader will force choke you.
Absolutely.
Goodbye, everyone.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Goodbye.